Okay, so I'm going to get started on your reading. I wanted to give you a little heads up. What I like to do is lay out the cards, do the spread, and then get my gut feelings on them, and then I go through my tarot books and get the actual meaning behind it, and then I do kind of like a Maj Podge reading, and I take notes of everything. That way when I'm doing my videos, I don't get lost in my thoughts because I do have a bad memory. So yeah, usually I do horseshoe or a Celtic cross, but this reading, for some reason, just felt like I needed to just do a 3-card spread, and what I did at the very end is 2 clarification cards at the end. I don't know if you or anybody else does clarification cards at the end, but I like to do them just to kind of summarize how I feel during the reading and to kind of touch base on other things that I might have missed out. And it's funny because when I was asking the cards, okay, like, I'm doing the reading for this person, but the feeling that I got, it was towards the group and you and actually me. So it was kind of like a big cluster of all that fun stuff. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm reading my notes so I don't get lost or lose track of what I'm trying to say. So let me go ahead and get started. The first card that I pulled is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess usually has a higher or a desire for a higher understanding or seeking to uncover secrets. There's mysteries and patience. If you could see in the card, she's seated between the 2 pillars. Now the 2 pillars, represent opposites, life and death, light and dark, masculine, feminine, and she is seated right between them 2. And when I was asking the cards what is going on with this card, Spirit told me that basically that she is a messenger between life and death. And that's exactly what psychics are. We are messengers. We are antenna to pick up these signals and energies. So yeah. If I freeze the video, it's because my son is right here and he comes in and talks to me, so I'll pause the video, and yeah, so that way it doesn't get interrupted. But again, where was I in my notes? She's between life and death. So yeah, we technically are between life and death, communicating with the present, the life, and we're communicating with the death. So that's what she represents, at least to me. Let's see. Spiritual connection, unconscious mind. So she's a ruler of the unconscious mind. What that means is she brings, to me, it brings up all those emotions that you have hidden deep down inside you, like your inner feelings and that sort of thing. There's an unfulfilled potential. If you see, she's actually, I don't know if she's actually holding it in this one. No, she's not holding it in this one. Maybe it's them in the back. Pomegranates. Everything in the cards are symbolism for something. And the pomegranate is the promise for the future. There's a fertility. So I don't know if you are a mother or if it might be picking up on me because I am a mother, or if you are trying to get pregnant, maybe. But it talks about fertility. Hard to interpret it. Okay, so she's a quality, she has a shadowy quality about her, a shadowy nature that is hard to interpret. And I would actually relate that towards you because I was having a hard time trying to pick up on your energy and feel like what you're actually looking for in a reading. So that's funny that that part of it came up in the reading. Doesn't reveal secrets very easily. Understanding solutions intuitively. Dreams and intuition not fully developed. So I don't know if you are just practicing or if the other admins are just practicing, but it talks about your gifts are not fully developed, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next card. I'm trying to get through this really fast because I have to go make dinner. But the next card is the Ten of Cups. Lasting contentment, joy in simplicity, happy family life, harmony, stability, security, unity, starting family. Okay, so in the last card it talked about fertility, and then this one is talking about family life. I don't know if your family kind of agrees with you or is on board with the whole spirituality part of this, or if maybe they're nagging at you to kind of do something more, or isn't very supportive. Maybe they are, or maybe they aren't. But it's talking about your family in this card. Starting a family, want hope for the future, lasting contentment. So lasting contentment is something that it's not short-lived, basically. That it's not in the moment. It's like one chance of a lifetime type of happiness. This is a long-term. It's the difference between liking somebody and loving somebody. So it's lasting contentment. Where was I? Nothing short-lived. Continual efforts. So this continual effort, not luck. I'm trying to think of why I would write that. So any relationship is hard work, right? The first card was relating to spirituality and that sort of thing. So if your family is supportive of this, it's an ongoing thing that it's really hard to balance your family life and your spiritual life and your commitment to the group and your beliefs. So it's continual effort. It's not just something that comes easily, if that makes sense. Lots of hard work, dedication might indicate your need to spend more time with family or using quote unquote this gift as a mean for money. So that's another aspect of this card. You might need to use this gift to bring in resources to support your family. And it's funny that that came up because I was just having this conversation with my husband that he is supportive, but he wishes that I would charge for my readings. Now, I have mixed feelings about charging for readings because on one hand, I do it to help people. I don't do it to make a personal gain, if that makes sense. And then another aspect is like there are so many quote unquote psychics out there, or palm readers or fortune tellers that do it to make money off of people and to scam people, and they kind of gave us a bad name. The real, like, down to earth clairvoyant, psychic, they give us a bad name, and that's the part that I try to steer away from. I don't want to charge because I don't want to be perceived as that. And on the other hand, we are struggling financially, and we could definitely use the extra income from it. But I don't know, I'm in a toss-up about it. So I don't know if that has become an issue between you and your loved ones, or maybe it's been on the back burner, or maybe you already do charge for readings. But it talks about that, and it could just be relating to me since I've since I have that issue. Can mean creatively, or anything really, just not family. So what that's saying is basically it doesn't have to be about your family. It could be about a project that you have to nurture to make it something that's fulfilling, basically. That you need to nurture your gifts and cradle them so they build. they're building a family, right? You're building a family in your group. It's a different type of family, but it's a family. I always say like-minded people. It's really nice to have like-minded people. So you guys are building that. So, yeah, the next card I got, hold on, my son is coming in here. Hold on one second. Okay, so he needed help with his toy. Let me get back to what I was doing. The next card, I always have trouble pronouncing that. The Hierophant? Hierophant? I don't know. Well, this guy, search for meaning, longing for enlightenment. Now that is usually regarding spiritually, or religiously, or in another reading that I've done, it was literally somebody searching for, it was a medical question, and I usually don't do medical at all, but it came up in the reading, and I didn't elaborate on any diagnosis or anything like that, but in the reading, this guy said that they need to go find the meaning, or somebody that knows about what they're going through. They needed to seek a specialist and talk to this person and get the facts. So to me, this guy could either be spiritually or just a leader, somebody that can guide somebody. Does that, I don't know if any of this is making sense to you, but it is usually spiritual. It talks about the unity of mind, body, and spirit, unlocking the spirit world, understanding of good and evil. This is the bridge or the communication between both dead and living. So it's funny, we got this card